Hello everybody and welcome again to a new speaking session with the Ielts Club. My name is Ranim Hajjar and I'm going to talk about the things that you should avoid during the speaking exam in the Ielts. First tip is do not tell the examiner that you are nervous. Actually, it is a test and it's natural to feel nervous, but you don't have to show your weakness to the examiner. The second thing is not to state that the question is difficult. No matter how difficult the question is, do not tell the examiner that it's a hard question or tough question. You just have to answer it. That's why we advise students to prepare as much as possible for any expected speaking topic. Next tip is do not elaborate. And by elaborate, I mean do not mention things or details that you are not required to mention. I'll give you this practical example. Imagine they asked you, do you usually eat in a restaurant? Your answer should be related exactly to the question. No more, no less. Take this wrong sample question. Yes, I always go to restaurants, and that day I went with my colleagues from college and we had a great meal. Actually, they didn't ask you about your colleagues and they didn't want to know if you had a great meal or not. All they wanted to know is if you go to a restaurant or if you eat in a restaurant. I'm going to provide you with sample answers that might be correct. First, you could say, yes, I eat out once a week. Or you might say, sure, I always eat in a restaurant. Or you might answer, yes, eating in a restaurant is part of my routine life. On the contrary, do not be very concise. And this is just the opposite of the previous tip. What do you mean by do not be very concise? Do not answer with one or two words. In the end, it's a speaking exam. And they want to see or test how much you can answer in a grammatically correct sentence. So you have to give them a full sentence. Take this example. Do you live in a house or an apartment? I need you to pause the video here and try to prepare an answer, then play the video again. You might answer in this way. In a house, or yes, or no, in an apartment. To be honest with you, all of these three previous answers are not acceptable because they do not carry new information or they do not answer what's required from you. You don't give a full sentence. In this sample answer, you could say, I live in a big house, or I am currently living in a small apartment. So you have formed a full sentence in this way. These have been tips that you should do in a speaking exam and things that you should avoid doing in a speaking exam in order not to lose any score or any mark. And I'd like you to practice a lot at home and ask me any question if you want, and I'm ready to help you. Okay? Good luck!